Alrighty folks, so we're back here again on the Estancia Lapacho map. We're doing some plowing here. We're going to combine, let's see here. We're going to combine 15 and 13 together to make our biggest field yet. We did buy them after the last episode. So we're going to kick on our wonderful, let's see here. Get this lined up again, and got GPS kicked on, so now we're going to run through here, and this field here that you see is going to get a little wider than before. I'm a little concerned that this is a little too close to the field of sugarcane there, but I want to keep all of my lines as straight as possible with each field. That is my goal, so that I don't have any issues with workers. So that's primarily what we're going to be doing here, is some plowing with the Massey Ferguson. Although I could get a bigger plow on here, I do so little plowing, and this will probably be the last plowing I do for a long time. It makes sense to use the 7728 Massey Ferguson and this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottom plow. So that's where we're at with that. It just makes more sense to do it this way, because after I'm done with this, like I said, I won't be doing much plowing again for a long time. So let's get up here and try and make this as even as possible, and then we'll take and make another pass here. Open that back up. We'll flip that over. Flip our plow over too, because that's important, wouldn't you think? Drop it there. Back up a little bit just to make sure. Alrighty, so now we're back at it, making another pass. After this, it'll be one more pass this way, and then we'll tidy up that end down there. We'll come along over here, and this gap between the fields we'll plow shut. And then we'll let the cultivator loose through here, and that will do just about everything. And I'm not sure, well, I did, because last episode we planted corn over there. So over here we're going to let this sit. We're going to work on this, of course, while that corn is growing. And we're going to let this sit until next time around, which I think we're going to try and plant maybe wheat or something, and then maybe we'll try and do some baling. We'll get kind of experimental and excited here as far as that goes. We'll see how that goes. I'm not a big fan of baling in the game. I think it's kind of tedious and boring, but I know some people like to watch it. So that's how that goes. And at this point here, I'm gonna set some music, and we're gonna fast forward through this bit here until we get to the next part, because this will get kind of boring to sit and watch me plow for, like, say 15 minutes. Alrighty, we are back. I just hired a worker to do this so I can talk to you guys. So this here, like I showed you before, is all that we plowed. Got the T8 out with the cultivator to take care of what we plowed up here to get us going here while that is growing. I think it's growing. Let me double check. Make sure growth is on. Growth is on normal, so we're good to go. I do have the time slowed down though, so that it stays light out while we're doing this. The T8 is working good and hard. Pulling that nice 12.2 meter disc behind us. Well, in America we'd call this a disc, otherwise everywhere else they call this a cultivator. In America, or the United States here, a cultivator is actually a device used for tilling in between rows of, say, corn and stuff like that, or to break up soil, kind of like a disc, but differently. But anyway, nevertheless, so we finished this strip in between the two fields, and then I added on up here. I was going to go up farther, but I decided I didn't want to deal with those trees right now, because I'd have to cut them down, haul them out, and grind stumps, which is kind of a lot of work, and it's getting late here, so I want to hurry up, make this, and get to bed. It's, I don't know, going on 11 o'clock here, it looks like. Last I looked, it was 9:30. Oh well. So, up here, this got cultivated as well. Oh, got that tree in the way now, which is alright. Nothing but some good trees here. We can see that pink tree there back by the house on this map. That's kind of interesting. Boy, this T8 gets a lot of work done quick. See if he'll back up all the way. Ah, he's going to miss a piece. Oh well. Oh well, that is a bit of a steep angle for a worker on Farm Simulator 17 here, but that's alright. We can live with that. We've got quite a large field here. We'll go over here and we'll look at it from this perspective. You can see how big this is going to be through here. 15 and 13, it's bigger than, I would say 15 and 13 are bigger than if you were to combine 2, 6, 3, and 4. I think would be kind of a comparison for size. So that's, I probably, added a third onto my working acreage here, which is really good. I like that. I like it, I like it, I like it, because the more tillable land we have, the more we can plant, which is the more we harvest, which is the more money we bring in, so we get to try out newer and bigger machinery. I've been thinking about getting another tractor later on. After we're done with this corn harvest, we'll see if we do need to bump up the tillage. I've been really thinking kind of hard about either bringing in a Challenger, a T9, or the 450 Big Bud. So you guys who are watching this should let me know what I should bring in next. I could pick one of these Challengers or the this here Challenger with the wheels instead of the tracks. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. I haven't seen this here, or haven't really paid attention. Let's see this one here. Oh, this one only goes up to 438 horsepower. That's kind of interesting. And this one here, 400. I don't know what the difference is with the 3M versus the other ones. I don't even remember downloading these. Interestingly enough. Okay, so it gets up 646 horse. We could, I guess, do that one. John Deere is underpowered, of course, and that Black Edition is underpowered. And then, of course, I have the old tractors in here, and then I have the big T9 Smart Tracks. There is a little bit of a glitch with the tracks on this one, which is a little bit annoying when turning, but I live with it nevertheless. And then if we go to that, cultivator wise, I think this one here is 500 horse, but it's only 12 meters. There is a lot of shanks on that thing. But if we go over here, we could go up to, say, the Bednar, which I do prefer the Bednar to the Flexicoil, but the Flexicoil is wider, so it's more of an efficient use of a Big Bud or a T9. So you guys let me know what tractor and what cultivator to get. That's what we'll decide on. And of course, after that, we'll start looking into bigger planters, but I really don't feel like selling off. I'd be getting rid of that one, that one, that one, that one. I'd have all too big of equipment for some of these tractors. Of course, if I really got into it, I have to get a bigger auger wagon even yet. So what is this one? This 43,000 liters, 53,000 liters there. That's only 33. Let's see, what is this one here? 34. Yeah, that's the biggest we've got for these. So we'd probably go with the Brent, and that is a big grain cart. We'd probably be pulling that with something like a T9 or a Big Bud. I'm guessing a T9 because that's faster than a Big Bud. That's a big wagon. I was using that one on the American Outback map. Here we go. Okay, he's missed another spot there. It's a little bit bigger than last time, but that's alright. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. In the next episode, we're going to be doing more harvesting, planting, and growing like usual. We'll see you then.